live interviews with the nonprofit organizations who are participating in the Give SI campaign this year through the Southern Illinois Community Foundation. My name is Michelle Snyder, and I am program coordinator for SICF and working on the Give SI initiative this year. And I'm excited to have Brian join us. Brian, we've been asking the nonprofits to tell us a little bit about their organization and what their mission is.
Okay, well, appreciate the opportunity to speak to everyone tonight. And the Veterans Honor Flight of Southern Illinois was started in 2016, and we're a hub of a national network of honor flights. There are currently 130 plus. It's usually 131 to 132, and we're just one of those. And where each individual hub are responsible for raising their own in their geographical assigned area to take each one of the flights that we do. And what an honor flight is we take veterans, and our hub, Veterans Honor Flight, we take the oldest veterans first to Washington, D.C. to see the memorials that were built there in their honor. We go twice a year currently to D.C., and we travel to the World War II Memorial, the Korea, Vietnam, and Lincoln Memorials, the Marine Corps Memorial, the Air Force Memorial, the Navy Memorial, Arlington National Cemetery, the Women's Memorial, and FDR MLK Memorials. And we take these veterans free of charge to those memorials to honor them with that trip and then a welcome home when we return. We've currently taken, since the inception of flight number 1 in 2017, we've taken 699 veterans to DC free of charge with donations from Southern Illinois only, and we will take our 700th veteran in May on our next flight. When we started in 2017, we took 55 veterans, and the cost was about $65,000 per flight. In October, we took 90 veterans on a bigger airplane, and the cost was $105,000 per flight. So we have to raise $200,000+ per year from Southern Illinois only to do these flights, and we've been so lucky from the Southern Illinois community to allow us to continue this mission. We get a regular donation from a gentleman in Carbondale of $25 a month, and we've gotten it since we started. And we were also very blessed for one donor to donate $83,000 to take an entire flight. So between the 25 and the 83,000 and everything in between, we've been able to raise the money to do 9, and number 10 is scheduled for May, and we're working towards number 11 in October of next year.
So, Brian, all the money that you raise comes from Southern Illinoisans, and so it's a great opportunity for those people from Southern Illinois to step up and donate to organizations that they care about. And that's really the reason behind the Give SI campaign, is so that nonprofits who are serving the needs of Southern Illinoisans can receive the funding to continue their mission. Brian, tell me a little bit about some of the stories that you hear or things that veterans say about the honor flights that they go on.
Well, for starters, the trip in itself is very important to take these veterans out to DC to see the memorials. But more importantly, we really focus a lot of effort on our welcome home ceremony. We try to get as many of the members of the communities out to welcome the veterans home, because it oftentimes, and especially in the time of the Vietnam veterans, these veterans were thanked or appreciated for their service. And we want them to know, as Southern Illinoisans, Americans, that we do appreciate the service they provided for us and all the freedoms we get because of the service they did for our country. And that welcome home is a very big part of our experience for honor flight. And the experience throughout the day from the time we leave to the time we return to the welcome home is all part of the mission that we created and all of the experience we want to give these veterans. And the thing that most impresses me is the letters we get from the veterans after they return. This is, it's gruesome, but it is what it is. The youngest veteran we've taken on a flight is 75 years old. So out of 699, all of them were 75 or older. So they're in their later years in life, and then beyond our flights is the end of their life. And I go to a lot of our veterans' funerals, and the thing that really lets me know that these missions are really hitting where they're supposed to hit is those veterans want to have the uniform that we give them with them as they pass into the next world. So they're wearing a hat that we've given them, or the red jacket that we've given them, or the red shirt that we've given them that says Veteran Honors Flight when they go to rest after their life. And that's very important when somebody's lived 90 plus years, served their country, raised a family, probably had one or two careers and grandkids, and yet they still, that day was as important enough to them that they want to take that with them beyond. So that, to me, that just makes me have goosebumps every time, and know that we're doing something good.
And Brian, I'm sure that you have some incredible stories. Can you tell us a little bit about what the funding that you receive from Give SI will go to? Will it actually go to flight number 10?
Part of it could, yes. What we try to do is we try to be prepared ahead for each flight. But with the cost of each flight going up, and then each of the last two flights, we've incurred a fuel surcharge that we can't anticipate. It looks like you're talking.
Nope, go ahead.
Okay. So we will potentially use it for this flight or the following flight coming after that, depending on where we're at financially currently. We have a monthly meeting, so I can't tell you exactly if flight number 10 is completely paid for, but it takes a constant influx of donations for us to even have the opportunity to get close to the $105,000 a flight. And as everybody knows, nothing's getting cheaper. So every time we try to charter an airliner, the cost goes up, and we have to cover that with donation. And proudly, I say that 98.5 cents of every dollar we raise goes towards the flights.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic. So, Brian, thank you so much for joining us tonight and giving us a bit of perspective about Veterans Honor Flight of Southern Illinois. If you are ready to donate to Veterans Honor Flight, please go to givesi.org and choose Veterans Honor Flight of Southern Illinois as the nonprofit organization that you would like to donate to. Or you can give us a call here at the WSIL studio. I know we're getting ready to go back on air, so be sure to watch for that. But if you want to donate to Veterans Honor Flight, please call 618-956-9849 to support these incredible missions, these incredible flights for these veterans. And Brian, I just want to thank you so much for the impact that you're having on the community and specifically on the veterans who have been on these flights. Thank you so much for all that you are doing.
And thank you for doing this. We surely appreciate it.
Thanks, Brian. Once again, if you'd like to donate, please go to givesi.org. Thank you.